This is your July 15th, 2024 astrology forecast for Mars and Uranus conjunction for all 12 signs. I'm your astrologer, Patricia Tate, and I specialize in traditional Western and evolutionary astrology. I'm so excited to share this month's transit forecast with you. Please like and subscribe. Please help share. It helps the channel grow. If you are new here, welcome. You can learn more about my offerings at willowgracemystic.com. For those of you who have been following me, thank you for your support and for sharing your journey with me. So on July 15th, 2024, we're going to have Mars-Uranus conjunction. This is when the two planets come together and merge their energy as one. This is going to be at 26 degrees. You can start to feel the influence of this conjunction several days starting before, around July 8th and until after it'll start to wane after the 15th until July 20th, where Mars will then move into the sign of Gemini. So those of you that have planets or degrees around 21 to 31 degrees in the sign of Taurus or Scorpio, Leo, and Aquarius, you may feel the effects of this energy more. During these days, the themes are going to be associated with Mars, which is action and assertiveness and conflict, and Uranus, which is innovation, unpredictability, and represents change in the context of the Taurus energy, which is material stability, our resources, our values, and with particularly prominent and impactful. Now, Mars represents our energy, our actions, and our assertiveness and our drive. It governs how we take initiative in our every day-to-day life. It's how we pursue our goals. It's how we assert ourselves out in the world. Mars also signifies our passion, our courage. It signifies the ability to overcome any challenges through our direct action. Now, Uranus symbolizes change, innovation. It's about being unpredictable and our individuality. It governs our sudden insights, these aha moments, these breakthroughs, unconventional approaches to things. Uranus encourages us to literally break free from limitations, and it wants us to embrace our uniqueness, seek progress through new and unexpected methods that just didn't come to us, but now we are enlightened to. When Mars and Uranus now come together in this conjunction, especially in a fixed sign like Taurus, there's this heightened intensity of energy for impulsiveness, to break free from routine and stagnation in some areas of your life. This conjunction, it really can bring about these sudden events or changes or decisions in a direction in which you are heading. It encourages you to take bold actions, to embrace innovative ideas, and to challenge the status quo of what you've been doing on a day-to-day basis. Now, on one hand, this can be conflicts or clashes of wills with other individuals that you want to assert your independence, or they are asserting their independence in order to push for some change. And on the other hand, this can be a time of liberation and releasing yourself from old patterns and embracing a new way of doing things. The energy of Taurus, it relates to our material resources, our finances, our stability. This in conjunction can impact the financial markets, our resources, the economy, anything that that has to do with banking or where we save our money, where we keep our money, our investments. There can be sudden fluctuations or innovations in these areas also. Now, individually, you may experience a personal awakening of sorts regarding your values, your desires for freedom, how you use your personal resources. Collectively, there can be these push or these movements towards sustainable practices or technological advancements in areas that are related to Taurus themes, such as agriculture, banking, environmental conservationism. During this time, it's really going to be important for you to stay adaptable, to stay flexible to the changes. Be open to change. Be mindful of the need for balance between impulsiveness and being impractical. The energy of Mars conjunct Uranus in that grounded earthy sign of Taurus can be really transformative, and potentially it can be disruptive, but it also offers these opportunities for breakthroughs and progress in these stagnant areas of your life. So, offerings this month. I'm excited to announce my Transit Talk webinars, these interactive educational sessions that will cover different topics each month. The next webinar will be on July 9th, where we will explore the concept of your profected year. This is an ancient timing technique that helps you to understand the upcoming themes and influences that will help shape your year ahead. To learn more and sign up, you can visit willowgracemystic.com. Don't forget to subscribe to my email. For all Leos, I'm offering you a discount for a personalized solar return consultation. To get a look at your year ahead, use the code LEO10 to receive your discount. Visit my website to schedule your appointment today. Additionally, I'm offering live astrology consultations at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on July 2nd, the 16th, and the 30th. To reserve your spot and join us in the queue, sign up using the link below. I look forward to seeing you there. So let's dive in. So for Aries Sun and Aries Rising, Mars is really important because it is your chart ruler. So Mars conjunct Uranus is happening in your second house. Remember that Mars represents all types of action. It's assertion, it's drive. It really is who you are. This has to do with your identity. It's how you take the initiative, how you pursue your goals, how you assert yourself in the outside world. Mars also signifies what you are passionate about, where you have courage, and where you want to overcome challenges and obstacles in your life. Being in your second house of your income, your possessions, your skill set. The second has to do with your values, your opinions. It's about your attitude towards money. Your second house has to do with your financial condition, and it can also be about your value system of your security. The second house is, what do I need in order to feel secure in my life? Combined with Uranus here, Uranus symbolizes all kinds of change. It's innovation. It's about being unpredictable with these topics. It governs these sudden insights, this aha moment, I get it, this breakthrough, the unconventional approaches of you needing to break free from the status quo and seek progress with new and unexpected methods of what are you doing with your assets, your cash, your property, your resources. You will feel this heightened sense of energy for impulsiveness, a strong urge to want to break free from what you have been doing. Since the second house represents your talents and your skill set and your financial condition, this can be impulsive spending. This conjunction can bring about really these sudden events of changes and decisions about where you keep your money, what you're doing with it, encouraging you to take these bold actions and being open to different ideas. It's having this conflict or clash about what I have done before with my resources, looking for stability, but also looking for a change, an upgrade, a liberation of these old patterns and embracing the new ways of doing things. Individually, you can have this personal awakening of, this is not how I believe anymore. These are my thoughts, my feelings about this. It's about your values and your desires for having freedom, and how do you use your personal resources in order to gain this freedom? What does it bring you? Taurus themes are things that are stable, things that are reliable. Think about the bull in the pasture, not wanting to change. So during this time, it's really going to be important that you focus on being adaptable, open to change, mindful of the need of finding balance between these areas of our life where I want to be practical, but I feel this impulsive urge to change the direction of things. The energy of Mars conjunct Uranus, it has the potential to be disruptive, but it also offers you these opportunities of a breakthrough in progress where you have been stagnant. This transit occurring in your second house of your finance, your values, your self-worth, you might experience these sudden changes with your income, with your financial situation, with your personal resources. It's going to be a time that you might need to be innovative with how do you earn your money? How do you handle these resources? Avoid impulsive spending, and instead, I'm going to encourage you to focus on your investments that align with your long-term goals. So Aries, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live on Tuesdays for full moon and new moon astrology forecasts at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. For private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com. And to get updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe. So for Taurus Sun and Taurus Rising, this transit is occurring in your first house of self. The first house represents your identity, your body, your image, things that you want to launch or project or start. It's how you are known. I also say that it's like your website or your business card. The first house is you being seen and the vibration or the energy of how you want to be known or how other people see you. Mars here represents this energy, this action, this assertion, this drive to break free of how you have been known, of how people, like of your image, of your identity. It's how you are going to take initiative of your goal of freedom. It signifies where you are passionate, where you have this courage, wanting to overcome some challenges through direct action of you taking the action about your image, your body. Now, Uranus here symbolizes the change and the innovation and you being an individual. It governs these sudden insights, these breakthroughs, these unconventional approaches of, I want to cut my hair. I want to get this tattoo. I don't want to be known as this anymore. It encourages you to break free from any limitations that you've had that are keeping you stagnant, wanting to seek this progress through unexpected methods of a total makeover, a total change, a coming out of sorts. There's this heightened energy about being unique and being impulsive, wanting to break free from the regular routine of how people can see you, like change who you are. This conjunction can bring about a lot of sudden events that'll have to do with changes or decisions that encourage independence and you taking these bold actions and embracing these innovative ideas that it's bucking the system. It's changing the status quo. On one hand, you could experience these conflicts or clashes between individuals not liking the new you or not being used to seeing the new you, your independence. This is pushing for the change. This is you saying, take me as I am. And on the other hand, think of it as liberation from these old patterns, liberation from how people, their thoughts and their ideas and their beliefs that they have put on you. This could be liberating yourself from a religion, a philosophy, a belief of something that other people have placed upon you. It's a breakthrough, experiencing like a personal awakening regarding your values, your desires, wanting freedom, using your resources of your mind, body, your spirit, of who you are. Now, collectively, this could be seen as themes of you wanting to always fit in and go with the flow. So at this time, it's really going to be important for you to stay adaptable, to be open to change, to be mindful that not everybody's going to get it, not everybody's going to be appreciative of it, and to find this balance between being impulsive and being practical, and know that this is about you. And the energy of Mars conjunct Uranus in Taurus in your first house is offering you this beautiful transformative potential that can be disruptive, but it's going to offer you these opportunities of breakthroughs to move through these stagnant areas of your life. This conjunction having to do with your self-image of your personality and your physical body, you can really feel this surge of energy and desire to change. How do you present yourself to the world? For you to to change how you present yourself, to embrace these opportunities, to assert yourself in your individuality, for you to pursue your goals with fire and desire and passion, and not do something because somebody else wants you to do it. Be mindful of being too confrontational, and channel your energy into these productive endeavors. So Taurus, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer full moon and new moon astrology consultations. For private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com. And to get updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe. So for Gemini Sun and Gemini Rising, the Mars-Uranus conjunction is occurring in your 12th house. Now, the 12th house is the house where we do shadow work or shamanic work. It's where we tune into our dreams and our intuition, and we connect to spirit or divine. We receive messages either through spirit guides or our ancestors or angels. It's where we sit and we do the work alone, and we meditate. It's where we seek rest and retreat. It's also the house of freeing ourselves and liberating ourselves from karma. The 12th house is the house of self-sacrifice. It's our it can represent like karmic debts. It's where we go to heal and renew. The 12th house is the hidden house, where we can connect to understand our habits. Like the 12th house represents like scandal or hospitalization, or where we go within for affliction. And so knowing that this is about cutting and ascending and shock and surprise, Mars represents the idea of you taking action, you being the driver of you taking the initiative of, these are my goals. I need to assert myself. I need to have passion and drive and courage because I can overcome these challenges. I can have this direct action to cut through the karma. I can be the last one who has to experience this. This is liberating yourself from generational trauma. This could be liberating yourself from anything like institutions or anything that takes you away from. This could be addictions. Uranus here symbolizes the desire for change or innovation or being unpredictable, being an individual, standing out from the crowd. It governs these sudden insights, these aha moments of, I now get it. It's a breakthrough. I understand. It's unconventional approaches. Uranus wants you to liberate yourself from limitations that are either put upon you or put upon yourself, because the 12th house is like the broken record, where we, it's our personal unconscious, where we go and we withdraw, but it's where we experience self-sabotage. And so this is freedom and liberation from that. Uranus is encouraging you to break free from that in your day-to-day life, of what you're saying to yourself and possibly what you hear from other people. There's going to be this heightened intensity of energy and impulsiveness that you're going to want to break free from this stagnant area of your life and tap into your intuition. The conjunction brings about these sudden events, these changes, where you're going to need to truly assert yourself for your independence. You're going to have to be the one that pushes for change. You are the driver in the seat of the car, moving yourself forward, liberating yourself from these old patterns, these broken records, embracing a new way of doing things. The energy here can be a clash of wills, of what other people want or what you have heard from one generation to another. Pushing for change. Just because it's been tradition does not mean you do it. Just because everybody else says it so does not mean that you need to do this. It's liberating yourself from old patterns and embracing a new way of doing things. So you could experience this clash of wills between independence and the liberating of patterns. This could also be an awakening of sorts, because the 12th house is where we tap into our intuition, our dreams, our psychic ability of connecting to source, the divine. Happening at this moment with Uranus and Mars here has to do with what are your desires, what are your values, and a personal awakening of wanting freedom, and how do you use these resources, your source, like your dreams, your connection to the divine, your connection to astral travel, astral projection, needing to tap into this in order to break free and have this liberation of source. The energy of Mars conjunct Uranus is offering you this transformative but potentially disruptive opportunity to break through in a stagnant area of your life that things have been the status quo. This transit within your 12th house, remember the 12th house is the hidden house. This is the house of spirituality and your subconscious mind and these hidden strengths. So bringing those topics to the forefront. You might experience these sudden insights where you desire to break free from limitations. You might experience meditative states or look at therapy. This could be a shaman. This could be a Reiki practitioner. This could be tapping into like going to a retreat, exploring deeper aspects of your psyche, wanting to understand where did this come from? How did this come to you? And paying attention to your dreams and intuitive messages that you're receiving at this time. So Gemini, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer full moon and new moon astrology consultations. For private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com. And to get updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe. So for Cancer Sun and Cancer Rising, the Mars-Uranus conjunction is occurring in your 11th house. And for you, this is your hopes, your wishes, your dreams, your goals, your aspirations. It's your networking. This is like your star family. These are networks that you use for work. This is networks that you would use for any community or organizations that you belong to. The 11th house is how you connect to your peers or friendships or these humanitarian efforts, or it can be related to how do you support the collective. Now Mars always represents where we want to push forth with action. So the 11th house is the groups that you join, like on Facebook or Instagram or TikTok or a bowling league. It is your personal networking system. And so here you're going to be asserting your energy. It's how you're going to take initiative. Mars looks at where do you signify like passion and desire and the need of courage to push forth and overcome challenges and move in a direction that better suits your needs. Having Uranus here, Uranus always symbolizes the shock, the surprise, the disruptive, unpredictable, but being an individual, I have to worry about me and where am I in the group dynamics. It governs these sudden insights or these breakthroughs of these unconventional approaches that you now may be connected to a new group, connected to a new organization or a club. Or Uranus encourages you to break free from any of the limitations that you've had, to embrace your uniqueness. Uranus wants you to seek progress through new and unexpected methods. And for you, that's through networking. This conjunction can bring about these sudden events or these changes in the directions of the group dynamics that you participate in. It's encouraging you to take bold actions where you might have become stagnant, or groups that you were a part of, but it's just been this way forever. And now it's time to shake some things up. On one hand, you can have this clash of wanting to assert your will and being independent. And on the other hand, you can look at it as freedom and liberation of these old patterns. And now you're looking at new ways or these new networks that you can now be part of. A new sisterhood or a new group or a new network that can help get you to where you want to be for your career, your job, your reputation. The energy of Taurus is very grounded, and it always take something big in order to bring about liberation and freedom. You can experience this awakening of your values or a desire for freedom in how you use your resources. So during this time, it's important for you to stay fluid, stay adaptable, be open to change, be mindful for your need to balance impulsiveness and practicality with these groups, with your goals, with these teams or these people that share the same belief system as you do. The energy of Mars conjunct Uranus, it can really offer you this potential to be transformative. First, it brings the disruption, but it offers you the liberation and freedom from the transformation that it grows from. The conjunction occurring in your 11th house of friendship and groups and future aspirations, you might be really compelled to say, I need to join this cause. I need to join this committee. I'm ready to promote change or innovation or liberation in these areas, and I want to be part of this. Your social circle can really undergo these sudden shifts, bringing in new connections for you, new networks, new opportunities. Embrace the networking and the collaborations that are going to help you align with your long-term goals. So Cancer, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer full moon and new moon astrology consultations. For private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com. And to get updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe. So for Leo Sun and Leo Rising, this conjunction is occurring at the top of your chart. This represents your career, your job, your legacy, your reputation, authority figures. It is squaring who you are and your identity, your vitality, your image. So we know that this is going to be some kind of a liberation of sorts. Mars always represents energy, action, where you want to assert yourself. So we know that this has to do with your public life. This has to do with your professional life, your goals, your reputation, your success, your achievement, everything. The 10th house is always the top of the chart of how people see you in the outside world as an authority figure. This also represents like bosses or authority figures above you. And how are you pursuing your goals? How are you asserting yourself in the world? Mars signifies where you have this passion, this courage, this drive, and wanting to overcome some challenges through your direct action. Now, Uranus here symbolizes I need to be innovated. I can be unpredictable. I want to bring about and show my individuality. It governs these sudden insights, these breakthroughs, this I finally get it. I have this aha moment that can be an unconventional approach with how you're communicating with either authority figures or you as the authority figures to other people. It's encouraging you to break free from the limitations that have either been set upon you or that you feel that you have, embracing your uniqueness and seeking progress through unexpected methods. There will be this heightened intensive energy and impulsiveness, and that you're going to want to not have the same day-to-day routine at work. You're going to want to be able to free and liberate yourself from where it's become stagnant for yourself, bringing about this idea of I need to take these bold actions. I need to embrace these innovative ideas, and I need to share them with other people. So on one hand, there can bring about this idea of conflict or clashes of will between you and possibly authority figures, or you and some, like how people are viewing you, you asserting your independence, and other people wanting to keep things the way that they are, wanting to keep things like if it's not broken, why should we change? And you saying we have to embrace the new way of doing things. And so this energy with Taurus is really, Taurus is an earth sign, and it's slow and steady wins the race. And this can feel like an earthquake, that everything is shaken up at the same time, that has to do with your reputation, your goals, your career. And so how do you focus on staying adaptable? How do you focus on staying stable, but knowing that I have to focus on my desires, my wants, my needs, and I'm seeking freedom? There will be this awakening of sorts, that you're going to be moving towards sustainable practices. We have to do this to evolve, change, and grow. This transit really impacting your 10th house can be definitely about your career, your reputation, your public image, but it's you experience this sudden development that's in your professional life that brings about your desire to pursue these possibly an unconventional career path, and that other people will be looking at you and saying, what are you doing? This is crazy. This just doesn't make sense. So embrace these opportunities to insert your authority, showcase your unique talents, take these bold steps to achieve your career goals. So Leo, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer full moon and new moon astrology consultations. For private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com. And to get updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe. So for Virgo Sun and Virgo Rising, this transit is occurring in your 9th house, which is trine to your 1st house. So we know that it is in support of pushing you past your boundaries, pushing past your limits that you've seen or that other people have put upon you. Mars always represents action and assertion and desire, and it governs where we take action. How do I pursue my goals with higher education, with learning, with having these cross-cultural experiences? Your 9th house represents all topics of foreign people, places, things. It's about legal matters, access to wisdom, access to learning. It is our ideals. It's our beliefs. It's these dreams and these prophetic that come to you, visions of, I understand this. I need to seek out this religion or this spirituality. I need to learn more. I need to travel there. I need to explore this. I need to be open to this. The 9th house represents all types of long distance travel or connection to other people. And it also represents legal matters and publishing. And so it's gaining access to that wisdom and that knowledge. Uranus here is symbolizing it's time for a change. It's time to embrace your individuality, to break through the glass ceiling, and to step outside the box. It governs these sudden insights and these breakthroughs, these unconventional approaches. So you possibly taking a class or being open to diving into something that's different or something that's unique. And then how does that change you? Embracing your uniqueness, but seeking progress through these new and unexpected ideas or connections to others. This conjunction brings about this sudden desire to take these bold actions for innovative ideas, and it challenges the status quo of things that you've always done. And now knowing that I need to do something different, I need to explore something different. There's this conflict going on between, it's a battle of wills of you asserting your independence, wanting a push for change, but also on the other hand, I have to be able to release myself from my old thought patterns. I need to be able to embrace a new way of doing things. Individually, this could be a beautiful personal awakening for you, where you are connected with a class or a workshop or like a guru or somebody that offers you new knowledge, new wisdom, and it helps you to shift and change your values or your thought processes. This is going to offer you a new way to connect to people for resources, connecting to people that are far and wide, that do things different than you. This Mars conjunct Uranus energy, it's difficult. where it offers liberation, and it can be transformative and potentially disruptive, but the benefit that comes from it is the breakthrough and the progress that you will experience in your area of life, of your beliefs, your higher education, and long distance travel. You might feel inspired to explore these new philosophies, or to embark on a journey of personal growth, personal spiritual growth. So embrace these opportunities for these intellectual expansion, growth opportunities, and consider these unconventional approaches to learning or studying, or for travel, or for studying abroad, that can be transformative mentally, physically, spiritually, and emotionally for you. So Virgo, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live on Tuesdays, where I offer full moon and new moon astrology consultations. For private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com. And to get updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe. So for Libra Sun and Libra Rising, the Mars-Uranus conjunction is occurring in your 8th house. Now, your 8th house for you represents you with your shared resources or your investments with other people. The 8th house revolves around topics of where you have your money invested. This is other people's money, values. This could be with exes, with alimony and child support. This could be with a business partner. This could be with a significant other. The 8th house represents debt, taxes, wills. It represents all topics that have to do with our private affairs, or our deep connections with others, because it's the taboo topics that we don't want to discuss, or that we keep on the down low. The 8th house is psychological. It's about retirement. It's our savings. It can represent bankruptcy or losses. It can represent personal sacrifice. The 8th house can also be with family members or people that we've had these experiences with, because it's the house of deep bonding, where we have these intimate relationships where we've shared these experiences, and there could be trauma. The 8th house brings about all topics that have to do with how do I transform and heal after loss or death or sexuality. So having Mars here is you being assertive, you being wanting to go after, have this drive to take an initiative to pursue some goals, where you're going to assert yourself with these topics. It signifies where you have passion and courage and the ability to overcome through direct action. Now, Uranus here is going to symbolize a need for change, a need for being unpredictable and being an individual at the same time. It governs these sudden insights of, I now understand this relationship. We now need a breakthrough. We need to transform this. We need to have an unconventional approach. And what does that look like? Uranus encourages us to break free from the limitations that either other people put upon us or that we put upon ourselves, to be unique in our partnership with others, to seek progress through new and unexpected methods. And so what does that look like? On one hand, there can be this conflict or clashes of wills of where you are connected with others and where you have your resources combined with them, because they're wanting the stability and you knowing that I have to push for this change. And so on the other hand, it's time for the liberation. It's time to be to move away from the old patterns and embrace a new way of doing things. We know in the sign of Taurus that this has to do with your desire, things that you value. And with Uranus here, it's about your freedom with these topics, freedom with your personal resources, but they're tied up with other people. And so you need to stay adaptable. You need to be open and mindful of the need to find the balance between being impulsive and being practical. The energy of Mars conjunct Uranus here is saying that there's this transformative potential but disruptive energy that can offer you an opportunity for a breakthrough, to move forward with progress in this stagnant area. This transit affecting your 8th house of transformation and intimacy and shared resources you really might experience these sudden changes in your intimate relationships or with people that you have joint finances with. And so it'll be an opportunity to embrace these opportunities for these deep emotional connections or your joint finances. Like it's you with somebody else, your resources that are tied up with other people. And so embrace these opportunities to have these deep emotional connections with other people also, and to release these old patterns, this old cycle of things that no longer serve you. I'm encouraging you to be cautious with any shared investments and to avoid any impulsive decisions at this time, to stop, pause, and think as you move through this. So Libra, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer full moon and new moon astrology consultations. For private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com. And to get updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe. So for Scorpio Sun and Scorpio Rising, the Mars-Uranus conjunction is occurring in your 7th house of partnership. Now we know that Mars is one of your co-rulers. So Mars representing you, where you take action, where you assert yourself. It governs how you take initiative to go after your goals and how you want to assert yourself in the world. In your 7th house of partnership. The 7th house represents you plus somebody else. It's you with a business partner, a significant other, it's a client, it's one-on-one relationships. The 7th house is where we find love, but it's also all types of contracts or agreements. It's negotiations and it's cooperation. The 7th house represents our public enemies, and it's our exes also. So it's how do you handle conflict and legal matters? And so Mars here has you going after and initiating. Uranus here is symbolizing a need for change, a need to be innovative and unpredictable in your individuality of who you are in conjunction to other people. It governs these sudden insights of, oh, I get it. You've shown me your colors, or you've told me who you are. I now see things. There can be these unconventional approaches to you in relationship, or you with contracts with other people, where you have this trust and connection, where you have cooperation on all of your one-on-one relationships, business partners, significant others, best friends, clients. On the one hand, you can experience this conflict with like a clash of wills, of you kind of like changing who you are or changing how things are, or wanting to change the contract, and taking these bold actions that embraces these like innovative ideas and bucking the system. On the other hand, it's a time for you to say, I need to be liberated from these old patterns and embrace a new way of doing things. We've been doing this for a long time, and it's no longer serving its purpose. It now needs to change. You could have this personal awakening that has to do with your values, a desire for freedom or liberation from some of these people, and wanting a connection with others. This is how do you use your resources. At this time, it's really important for you to focus on staying adaptable, for you to be open to change, for you to be mindful of the need to balance being impulsive and being practical, because the energy of Mars conjunct Uranus here has this transformative and potentially disruptive energy, but it offers you the breakthrough and progress of freedom and liberation in an area of your life where you have been stagnant. The conjunction occurring in your 7th house of you with others, your partnerships, both personal and professional, your relationships can really undergo these sudden changes that can really require you to assert yourself more boldly in your wants, your needs, your desires. I'm encouraging you to embrace these opportunities to collaborate with others on these innovative projects, to be open to compromise while still maintaining your independence. So Scorpio, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live on Tuesdays, where I offer full moon and new moon astrology consultations. For private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com. And to get updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe. So for Sagittarius Sun and Sagittarius Rising, the Mars-Uranus conjunction is occurring in your 6th house. The 6th house is your daily habits. It's your mental, physical, spiritual, emotional, health, well-being. It's how can I be of service to you? It's also the house of pets. It is your daily routine. It's your nutrition, your diet. It's where we seek out a guide or a counselor or a mentor, or seeking out alternative healthcare practices through vitamins or supplements or exercise, possibly with Reiki or a sound bath, or any alternative health care and wellness routines that you put into practice for yourself in order to have in order to end bad like health habits. This house is, how do I take care of myself, and then how do I support and care for others? And so Mars represents where we take action, you wanting to initiate some things, being bold and wanting to assert. It's how you take initiative over these are my goals. This signifies where I have passion and courage, the ability to overcome these challenges, something that has to do with your mental health and well-being. It focuses the area of your life where you need to direct the action to move forward. Now, Uranus is saying we need to think outside the box. There needs to be a change. We need to be an individual in this. I need to focus on a breakthrough in my approach to my healthcare, my daily routines. Uranus encourages you to break free from any of these limitations where other people have put them upon you or you have put them upon yourself, and to seek progress through new and unexpected methods. You can feel this heightened intensity of energy and impulsiveness where you are going to say, I need to break through from this routine. I have been doing the same thing. I'm not seeing the progress, and now I'm going to try this. I want to explore this. Now, there can be a clash of wills with you asserting your freedom, asking for independence, pushing for this change. And on the other hand, there can be this finally of breathing a sigh of relief because it's liberation of these old patterns. I'm going to quit smoking. I'm going to exercise. I am going to make my mental health. I'm going to seek out counseling. It's any of these old patterns that you are seeking to liberate yourself from. Individually, this can be like an awakening of sorts that has to do with your mental health and your well-being of, I finally get it. Maybe I need to go to these meetings. Maybe I need to go to this class. I can't do this on my own. This could be a desire for a freedom of limitations that are put upon you because of something that has to do with your body or your mind or your spirit, and looking for wanting to be mindful of a need to balance impulsive behaviors and practicality, because Taurus is this slow and steady and stable and grounded energy, and we need this wake-up call truly in order for us to move forward with these opportunities. The wake-up call is disruptive, but what comes from it is the opportunity of the breakthrough that offers us progress in an area that we've been stagnant. Saggy, this transit impacts your 6th house of your health, your daily routines, your work environment. And so you really might feel compelled to look at this innovative work habits and adopt possibly a new fitness routine. Embrace these opportunities to truly improve your well-being through these bold actions. Make these lifestyle changes and make these changes a daily practice. Prioritize self-care and avoid overcommitting yourself to things that are just not attainable. Put your health to the forefront before you focus on others. So Sagittarius, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer full moon and new moon astrology consultations. For private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com. And to get updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe. So for Capricorn Sun and Capricorn Rising, the Mars-Uranus conjunction is occurring in your fifth house. Now, the fifth house for you represents all topics of children, childlike activities. It's the house of creativity and fun and love affairs and romance. The fifth house represents what we do for recreation, joy, and pleasure, where we want to feel good about ourselves. It's about dating. It's about what we do on the weekend. It brings in topics that where do we have creative self-expression? And Mars here is initiating, I want to assert myself here. I want to try this. I want to explore this. I want to paint. I want to take piano lessons. The fifth house is the house where we take risks, and it's the house of gambling and of where we want to explore different things. And so it governs you taking the initiative of pursuing your goals, of what brings you joy and pleasure, you asserting these goals of yourself in the outside world, where you look for passion and courage to overcome these challenges of fear. Now, Uranus here, it symbolizes that there's going to be this change, this unpredictability of you being an individual. It governs these sudden insights or a breakthrough of an unconventional approach to something that you want to create, or something that has to do with your children, and you will work to accept that because they are being their own unique self. Uranus says that we need to break free from limitations, embrace our own uniqueness, and seek the progress through these unexpected methods. And so this could be if you are creating art or creating music, it's not what everybody else is doing. It's the beat of your own drummer, of doing your own thing. There will be this heightened sense of energy and wanting to be impulsive and just say, I'm going to do this. I'm going to try this. I want to connect with this person. I want to have a child. Remember that this is love affairs and children and gambling and risk and excitement. And it's having the strong urge to break free from the status quo of your every day-to-day life. Individually, this could be like this awakening moment that's about your values or your desire for freedom or how you use your personal resources. And this could have to do with anything that's important to you, because this is you saying, I need to be adaptable. I need to be open to change. As a Capricorn rising, it's I need to pick the right mountain in order to climb to it, and I cannot do foolish things. And so this is not being foolish. This is breaking free. This is enshrined to your first house of self. So we know that this is you moving towards more play in your life, moving towards your desire for how you use your resources. The energy of Mars conjunct Uranus, it can be this truly transformative and definitely potential for disruption in this area of your life. So this could be definitely your children doing something. But what it offers you is this opportunity of a breakthrough, of progress where things have been so slow that they have been stagnant. The conjunction happening in your fifth house of creativity and romance and self-expression, you might feel inspired to really take some creative risks or to pursue this new romantic interest, to go after something that you have been looking at from behind and now wanting to embrace these opportunities to truly express yourself authentically and passionately. Take these bold steps towards cultivating joy and pursuing your hobbies and ignite your creativity. So Capricorn, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer full moon and new moon astrology consultations. For private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com. And to get updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe. So for Aquarius Sun and Aquarius Rising, Mars-Uranus conjunction is occurring in your fourth house. Now, Pluto is in your first house. Co-ruler is Mars, so pushing for change, being tense. Also, Aquarius is the ruler, like is your chart ruler. And so we know that this has everything to do with you, your identity, and having this tension that could have to do with home, family, your foundation, your ancestors, like your grandparents, the people that have come before you. The fourth house has to do with like genealogy, people that feel like home. It's your living situation. It could also have to do with your upbringing or those people that have shaped your life. The fourth house also represents real estate and property. So it's at the bottom of your chart, and it represents what we build upon in order to create stable foundation for the rest of our life. Knowing that this is a 90-degree angle to square, we know that there's this tension point that's coming to our attention that we have to address. So Mars here represents the energy, the assertion, the drive of you initiating, but it also has to do with family members. How do you take initiative? How do you pursue your goals? What does that look like? You being the person who needs to have the courage, the ability to overcome any of these challenges, these obstacles that are in front of you. Uranus here symbolizes the need for change, the need to shake some things up a bit, about being unpredictable, about your own individuality of what does your home look like. You don't have to have the traditional that everybody else looks at of the traditional home. It governs these sudden insights, these breakthroughs, these unconventional approaches for you to build upon what does your family structure look like. You seeking this progress through unexpected methods and having to overcome it or work through it with who you are, your own personal identity. At this time, you can have this heightened energy of impulsiveness, an urge to break through and break free from routine or stagnation in these two areas of your life. On one hand, you can experience this conflict or clash between you and family members or people that are at home. And on the other hand, they're looking at this as this is a push for change, and you are looking at it as liberation, freeing myself from these old patterns and embracing a new way of doing things. What does home look like? What does family look like? Remembering that Taurus represents your home, your material values, your finances. Taurus, being earth, is very solid and stable and reliable. And this is like a shaking up of some things that are going on at home. So there could be this fluctuation and innovations of this area of your life. I'm encouraging you to know that it's important for you to stay adaptable, to be open to change, and be mindful of the need to balance these areas of where things are impractical and where you need practicality in order to keep the ground stable, to keep your home stable. The energy of Mars here in Taurus, it brings about the transformation and potentially disruptive chaos. And it offers this opportunity for breakthrough, which then gives you progress in an area that was stagnant. The transit happening in your fourth house of home and family and your emotional foundation, you could definitely experience these sudden changes in your living situation or in your family dynamics. And so embrace these opportunities to have these, to innovate your domestic life, to create more authentic sense of what is home to you, and focus on nurturing the emotional connections that you have with your family members. So Aquarius, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer full moon and new moon astrology consultations. For private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com. And to get updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe. So for Pisces Sun and Pisces Rising, the Mars-Uranus conjunction is occurring in your third house of the way that you communicate. The third house represents all topics that have to do with your relationship with your neighbors, your siblings, your cousins, your immediate environment, who you connect with like work communications. It's it's basically where we formulate our thoughts and our ideas. And it's who we share these ideas with, like at the park or in the grocery line. It's media, it's conversation, it's email, phone, text. It also represents transportation, and it represents how you say things and how you perceive what other people say to you. Now, Mars here represents energy, action, passion, and drive of you needing to take this initiative, you pursuing your goals, of how you are asserting yourself in the world, the things that you are saying. This could be through email, phone, text, any of the technological, like putting comments on Facebook or Instagram or TikTok. It's you putting your voice out there. And it signifies that I'm passionate about this. I want to speak about this. I want to say this. I want to take action. I want to have the courage to overcome any challenges that I have through my direct action. That's where Uranus comes in. Uranus offers you this innovative, think outside the box, to be innovative, using AI, using science, using technology. It governs these sudden insights, these breakthrough aha moments of being unconventional in my approach to things. Uranus encourages you to break free from any limitations that you've had and embrace your own uniqueness, to seek progress through these unexpected methods that you have. There can be this conflict that can bring about kind of like a clash of wills about what you are saying, your values, your desires, you wanting to have freedom, and how you're using your resources with other people. They're wanting to do things the way that they've always done them. Like, no, we've always used this email chain, let's use it. No, and then this is you saying, let's use AI, let's use science, let's use technology, let's change things up. There could be this difficulty with liberation because you're wanting to move out of old patterns and embrace a new way of things, or this is someone asking you to liberate yourself out of the old way that you've been doing things and now embrace a new way. Like, let's update like your phone. Let's update yourself to technology. This is either you asking others or others asking you to update the way that you are communicating and sharing your thoughts and your ideas. During this time, Pisces, it's really going to be important that you stay adaptable, to be open to change, these new ideas, to be mindful of the need to balance between impulsiveness and practicality. Like, don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. Let's use some of this and upgrade it to this. It's the energy of Mars conjunct Uranus. It can be transformative. It can be potentially disruptive with like people getting upset with driving and like honking and like shouting angry words. And so use caution with transportation, but also use caution with the way that you are writing things and being cognizant of how they are going to be perceived. Yes, we want change, but let's not be impulsive before we send that email or send that message or say those things, because it's about being transformative and having these opportunities for breakthroughs, but it's also bringing about progress and not at the cost of being angry. Pisces, this conjunction occurring in your third house of communication, this is about learning and your immediate environment and the way that you share thoughts and ideas and communication with others that are around you. You can really feel compelled to express yourself more boldly or to embrace a new way of thinking or communicating with others. Embrace these opportunities to communicate your ideas with passion, with clarity. Stay open to learning these new skills or exploring these new innovative ways to connect with your community. So Pisces, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer full moon and new moon astrology consultations. For private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com. And to get updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe.